All right, so we are going to work on the midterm. First thing I want to do is bring in my image plane. So I'm going to come to the front view, go to View, Image Plane, Import Image. There it is right there. I already have my project set up. So we're going to bring in the Scythe here. Oh, hit the space bar. Didn't want to do that. I'm going to make it bigger. Just go ahead and scale it up. I'm going to move it off center. Don't move your objects. Move the image plane. All right, so there's going to be some things I'm not worried about. Like this end is going to be made differently. I'm going to show you how to make it just a little bit differently because the way that a scythe actually is set up is going to be more advanced techniques that I don't want you students to get into at this point. So it'll be a simplified scythe version of the scythe here. All right, so let me see. I'm going to go to create a cylinder. I'll rotate it over by 90 degrees. You can hold J to do that. It'll snap to 15-degree increments. 90 is evenly divisible by 15. Radius is a lot thinner. Let's go 0.5. It's way thinner than that. 0.25. That's better. The height, of course, is much longer. I'm just going to click on the word height and then middle click and drag. You can kind of see it's not quite. Let's go with 19. I think that will work. I don't need the divisions around. I don't need 20. Let's do 12. I like doing 12. 12, 10. Those numbers are pretty good. It's a little bit short still. We'll do 20 here. All right. I could add divisions to it here, but I'm not going to do that because I see that the side is thinner down here than it is up here. So, I mean, I'll add one division. Height, just type a 2 there. And then go to vertex. Let me kind of move this over here. And then take this and make it narrower. We're going to do the same thing like up here, but I really want to make this kind of like wider, actually. More or less. And then I can add on divisions. If I double click my Insert Edge Loop tool, the Insert Edge Loop tool, of course, is found under Mesh Tools. And click on Multiple and type in, I don't know, 5. You need to have those in there. And we'll type in, 2 probably will work, just 2. And then reset your tool and close it. You don't need that. Okay, so then I can kind of maybe scale this out a little bit, kind of make it thicker there and maybe here. So then it's kind of thicker and then tapers. And then here is where it's crooked. Right? Go to Object Mode, press 3. You see, pretty much have that shape. The only thing I would want to change maybe is this end right here. Go to your Edge mode, zoom into this end, double click the edge right there. And you're going to bevel that. Bevel's found under Edit Mesh if you don't have it on your shelf. It's on the standard poly modeling shelf. I don't have it on my shelf. What do you know? So we'll go get it, Edit Mesh. Hold down Shift and Control and click on Bevel. And then add it to your shelf. I can middle click and drag it over. It's fine right here. Click on Bevel. And there, Bevel. Now, you'll normally get a little pop-up window. If you don't get the pop-up window, you can come over into your history. Here's the pop-up window. For some reason, it popped up now. I'm just going to type in a 0.2. It's going to be a different number for you, probably. And then my chamfer, just click on that. It'll turn to 0. And then when I go to Object Mode here, press 3. And this is square here now. And this is rounded more. I might want to add a control edge on here. Just click on your Insert Edge Loop tool. And then click like right there. Object Mode, press 3. You want to have it a little ways away from the end so that the end will still round over, but not round as much as it normally would. And pull these faces up a little bit higher. Give me this edge right here. Just kind of, a little bit of cleaning up on this thing to make it more. I don't know why scythes are curved. I've never used one. I bet it makes it easier to use, whatever reason why. But there is your basics for the scythe shaft. We want to make this end piece here. Now there's a couple different ways you can go about making it. I'm just going to use a pipe. That's going to be kind of the easiest way at this point. Rotate the pipe over. Remember, you can hold down J while you drag, and that will rotate in 15-degree increments. I'm just going to type in 90 in my rotate Z. If you have anything other than the channel box open over here, you're probably doing it wrong. All right, so here, rotate this around. I'm going to come to the radius. We'll type in 0.5, and we'll type in the thickness of 0.1. Thickness is still too thick, but so is the radius too big. 0.3. That's better. Okay, so that's too thin. I can center this more or less. Let's turn on my wireframe on shaded. Right here, it's the blue boxed white outlines. Hold down the V key. Snap it to the center, and then snap it on the height to the center. Not centered. It's too thin, but we're going to change this thickness anyway. 0.13. 0.13? Okay, I don't know what happened there. Huh. I don't know what's going on with this. Hold on. .17 there. Okay, that I think will work. And we'll change our radius here to 0.35. That's probably too thick. No, that's probably all right. We can leave it like that, I think. And then we're going to change the height to, I don't know, a 1. That looks pretty good. So you can kind of have that come off a little bit, so you kind of get a hole into the shaft. I don't need this many divisions. I'll make 12 just like I did with the shaft 12 for the subdivisions on axis. And then I'm going to add on caps and height divisions. So come down here, subdivisions on height, we'll do 3. And subdivisions on caps, we'll do 2. No, we'll do 3. And then what I can do, take this edge here, double click it, hold shift, double click, press R, scale this out. Okay, why is my scale not working? Whoa, let me double click my scale tool and reset it. Reset tool, clear that out. Okay, well that worked. So then I can make these control edges here. Double click this, scale it out, double click this, scale it in. Now if I go to object mode and press 3, you see it's sharper when it rounds over, which is what we want. Down here, it's not very sharp. Press Control 1 to isolate. You can press Control 1 to bring everything back. I'm going to press 1, just 1, to turn it back into hard mode. Sorry, I'm going to scale this out here. I don't need to worry about this being scaled in. And then I'm going to scale, or I'm going to move this one. We're not going to see those interior faces there. So object, when press Control 1, you can bring everything back and press 3. You see how you don't see that interior part, so it can be rounded if you want it to be. See, if I go inside, you can see it's pretty well rounded over. I could even delete these faces out. I'm never going to see them. So, but that gives us an idea that this object, you know, has depth and is sturdy and all that stuff. So I'm going to call that good for the shaft. We're basically done with that. We can make some more adjustments to the thickness and stuff and make it more dynamic that way. But I think we're okay. We're just going to save, and we will continue on in the next video.